Hello everybody, I am back with my Survivor Series 2010 review, but before I get onto that, I would just like to mention the passing of one of my favourite junior heavyweights from Japan, and that is Gran Naniwa. He actually died at 34 years of age of a heart attack. He primarily wrestled in Michinoku Pro, well, that's at least where he became famous. That's where I knew him from. I was a big fan of, still am a big fan of Michinoku Pro, especially from the 90s where he was one of the major guys there. I first remember seeing him on War's 1995 Super J Cup, and I then got into, Michinoku Pro from that, and he became one of my favourites, so it's really sad for me to hear of his passing. But yes, on to the Survivor Series 2010 review. I should just say now that I haven't been really watching Raw or SmackDown lately. I've been very busy with work. I work in retail, and Christmas is coming up, so I really haven't had the kind of time to sit, or patience to just sit down and watch Raw or SmackDown or Impact. Impact, I just nearly get put to sleep by it now. So yeah, I'm a bit unaware of the angles, and the whole Impact thing was just an added bonus for you to know. But yes, the opening match was Daniel Bryan versus Ted Dibiase for the US title. I'm just looking at my notes over there because I had to put some notes down because I'm not all there at the moment. This match I really enjoyed. Daniel Bryan won clean. This is good. This is what you need to do to get people over. He was very over as it was. He was getting Daniel Bryan chants. The crowd was really into this match. It was a really good opener. All went together well. They tried selling that Daniel Bryan injured his shoulder jumping out of the ring at Ted DiBiase. Hurt his shoulder. Would he be able to lock in the LeBell lock? Well, he could because he won the match clean. Really good. Loved the match. 3.5 stars. The next match was... Oh, yeah, and then Miz came out and attacked Daniel Bryan and cut a promo about some shit. Basketball, that's right. Next match was Sheamus versus John Morrison. This was a good match. It started off a bit slow and I wasn't really into it, especially given my friend told me what the angle was leading into it, the whole Sheamus Santino thing, and that's what started it, and the feud had been progressing since then. So I wasn't really into it when it started. The crowd didn't seem entirely into it, but then as it went on, the pace of it picked up and it started to get really good, and I thought, I'd like to actually see these guys in more matches. They both looked really good. There was a good spot with Sheamus's scissor kick, and Morrison dodged. He was caught in the ropes, went for his face kick. I was actually quite surprised that Morrison actually picked up the win over Sheamus there. I was like, wow, that's quite odd. I mean, having Sheamus win everything. Once again, if I keep looking over there, it's because of my notes, and I'm really self-conscious about it now. Then we had Dolph Ziggler versus Kaval for the Intercontinental title. Kaval had said on SmackDown, I want to shove the Intercontinental title. He got one because he'd beaten Dolph Ziggler previously. This was a good match, but it seemed that Dolph Ziggler was just a little bit off in a lot of his, in his timing and where he should have been at certain times. One specific time I can remember, he was moving forward when Kaval was going for his cartwheel kick, going for a cartwheel, then did his kick. Dolph Ziggler was too far forward, got kicked right in the face, gave himself a blood nose. He probably should have taken a step back and actually stayed in the turnbuckle. The crowd wasn't into it as much as it was for the last two matches. I think they might have been burnt out a little bit, but it was a good match nonetheless. 3 stars for that. Then we had Team Mysterio versus Team Del Rio. Team Mysterio being made up of Rey Mysterio, Big Show, Kofi Kingston, MVP, and Chris Masters. And Team Del Rio being made up of Alberto Del Rio, who is a star. He is a main eventer. He should be at the top. Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Jack Swagger, and Tyler Rex. Before the match started, Michael Cole said, Team Del Rio might be the best groomed team in Survivor Series history. And I just thought to myself, is he not aware that Tyler Rex is actually a part of Team Del Rio? The guy looks like a caveman. Anyway, onto the match. MVP got a big pop because, it's his hometown. Del Rio got a good reaction. MVP, who was actually the favourite, got pinned first. I'm like, that's just mental. I knew it was his hometown. They had him get pinned first. Del Rio never actually got pinned in the match. He just got punched out, while he was being all sleazy with the Big Show. He's like, gave him a wink and then got punched, and he sold the punch brilliantly, had to get carried to the back, and so he was never actually pinned. So I like that, so they could protect him, saying, oh, he never got pinned, they never lost the match. If he was still there, they would have won. And it was an okay 5-on-5 elimination match with the MVP and who was the other one? MVP and Chris Masters getting eliminated quickly, so it was 3-on-5. But then it ended with like 2-on-1 for Team Mysterio with Big Show and Mysterio just dominating the remainder of the match, really. But it was a good match, tied with best match of the night at 3.5 stars. Next match we had LayCool versus Natalia for the Divas title in a handicap match. I just wanted to see LayCool lose the Divas titles because I'm just not really that into them. It might just be me, but I want to actually see a wrestler hold the titles, and they're just a gimmick holding the titles. There was nothing to this match. There was no time. 3/4 of it was spent outside the ring. Natalia won with ease. Then LayCool beat her down. Beth Phoenix made a return. Yay, we've got some wrestlers around in the women's division. Then we had Kane, half a star for the Handicap Divas match. Then we had Kane versus Edge for the world title. Fuck, this was boring. Everything Kane touches just becomes unfathomably boring. But nothing happened in it. They just walked around the ring, they punched each other a bit. It ended up being a tie with Edge spearing Kane, and they pinned each other, and Edge's music played, but then it's like, no, it's a tie, so Kane's still the champion. Fuck, not another month. Why does this angle need to continue? Then Edge put Kane into the chair, shoved him through the guardrail on the outside, broke it. That was the most entertaining thing of this whole feud I've seen so far. They should have put it in the match. 2 stars for the match. The thing is, it wasn't bad. It's just they did nothing in it, and it's the co-main event, and I just don't care. I don't care about Kane being champion. If Edge won the title, I would care a little bit more, but no aspect of this match was over for me. The fans are chanting Undertaker, and you've got a match between Kane and Edge. It tells you what people really care about. They want to see Undertaker back. So yeah, and is Edge supposed to be the face here? Because I mean, he's acting like a heel. Maybe I guess he's just a tweener. But whatever. Then we had the tag titles match with Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel from Nexus versus Santino, Marella, and Vladimir Koslov. I thought this match was, short but entertaining. I'll give it 2.5 stars. The crowd was, hot for it, at least for the ending of it, or the ending sequence, if you could call it a sequence. But it was what I expected it to be: short, nothing to it, and Santino. The thing is, I could never buy Santino and Vladimir Koslov as winning because WWE just has thrown them together, and it's just a comedy tag team. So yeah, 2.5 stars for that. It was just there. I mean, it was fun, but it was there. So yeah, for a match that went for like 3 minutes, it was okay, if you catch my drift. Then we had the main event with Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett for the WWE title, with John Cena as the guest referee. Now the gimmick here is John Cena has to make a choice. Does he go out of his way to make Barrett win? Does he swerve? Well, not swerve. Well, yeah, swerve really. Does he make the decision to make Barrett win and keep his job? Well, even then he wouldn't really keep his job because he didn't do his job as a referee. Or does he call it down the middle and have Wade Barrett fire him? Because they'd been building it up with a promo with R-Truth in the back and Cena sitting in the back. I'm thinking, what are they going to do with this? Hopefully they're going to do something major. Nexus can't come out to ringside, so it's going to be... they're going to swerve us somehow. They're going to do something different. What happened? The whole match I thought was fine. It was a bit boring for a main event, but it was fine. I expected a lot more of it though, but it was average. It was just there. And then when the end came to it, I'm thinking, oh, something's going to happen. Cena's going to hesitate and not count Orton as the winner. and hit Orton with the belt, and then make Barrett WWE champion. But no, he did the right thing, and he counted. He had Orton win, counted the 3. Orton won clean, so Cena would get fired, and that was the thing. And Cena went around hugging fans, hugging Michael Cole, kind of breaking kayfabe. But yeah, the match itself, this was the kind of match I guess you could have overbooked, and I wouldn't have really been bothered by it too much, because there wasn't too much to the match. I don't think Wade Barrett is good enough, nor is Randy Orton, to have a really good main event caliber match on a pay-per-view. So 2 3/4 stars for that match. Overall, I'll give it 6.5 out of 10. The first 4 matches I really enjoyed. The last 4 matches I felt didn't deliver to the level they really should have, and they didn't have any really big groundbreaking things happen during them. There was no swerves, no events. I'm not expecting that to happen all the time, but when the match quality isn't there, sometimes you do need these gimmicks to put the matches over. And with matches like Wade Barrett and versus Randy Orton, neither of them are good enough to really carry the match to be a great match. You kind of do need something extra there. Cena was good and kind of helped it out, but there was just, the ending just fell a bit short of what I wanted. It was a bit sudden, and I didn't get it. So 6.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Bye.